Today, class, we are going to be learning about the correct and incorrect way to write a sentence. This is an example of an incorrect sentence. The reason why it's incorrect is because the first letter of the sentence is not capitalized and there is not any punctuation. Now, next I'm going to show you an example of the correct way to write a sentence with capitalization and punctuation. So you see here, the first letter of the sentence is capitalized, and there's a period at the end of the sentence stating that it's completed, that it's a complete thought. I would really like to try and write a short story. I've completed my short story. It's about 2 pages long. I'm going to read it. And you can tell me if it sounds and looks right. The rabbit jumped. He jumped over everything in sight. One day, as he was jumping, he came across a very high fence. The rabbit was not sure if he could jump it. The rabbit took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and jumped as high as he could. When he landed, he opened his eyes, looked behind him to see that he had made the jump. Ask you to take a closer look and show you what I had just read. Here's page 1. Here is page. Personally, I don't think that sounded right. It was all jumbled up together and did not make any sense. So I'm going to try to rewrite and figure out what I did wrong. Now that I have rewritten my story, I'll read it to you and then show you a closer look and see if I have written it correctly. The rabbit jumped. He jumped over everything in sight. One day, as he was jumping, he came across a very high fence. The rabbit was not sure if he could jump it. The rabbit took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and jumped as high as he could. When he landed, he opened his eyes, looked behind him to see that he had made the jump. Now, here's a closer look at what I have just read. As you can see, there is capitalization and punctuation to show where I start and end the sentence. Now that sounds a lot better than the previous story. That is all for the lesson today.